Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to BC Women's Basketball as the Lady Gades, the Renegades, host the College of the Canyons Cougars. College of the Canyons sitting at 12-10, 5-3 in conference. You'd be surprised by that record because they have a very small roster. I want to say they only have about 7 girls, but the 7 that they have can put in work. Our Renegade basketball team for the women, 6-14 on the year, 1-7 in conference, coming off a tough loss to Citrus within 5 points. And that's one thing about this Lady Gays team. They've done a great job keeping themselves in contests as well. Last week they found a way to finish. Let's see if this week they can get off to a faster start and finish even faster, because they pretty much handled their business from tip to the final bell last week.
Right. I mean, this Lady Gage team has been an improving team with each game, and they have been a true joy to watch. And congratulations to their new coach and the success that she's having with this Renegade women's team.
Absolutely. Coach Rosebrook, Hunt, check. The newly married Coach Rosebrook, former Renegade, has done a phenomenal job keeping her women ready to play. You know, and that's one of the things that's tough for a new coach, to get young players to buy into your philosophy, because you're establishing your legacy with them. They don't have any real prerequisite to judge you on, so it's all a new experience. That's the toughest thing as a new coach. I remember my first year on the campus here as an assistant and trying to get my guys who I was in charge of to believe that I was the right guy for the job.
Right, and like I said, when you get a new coach, you're talking about a new legacy. So, again, it's about, just like you said, getting that buy-in.
Absolutely. And speaking of buy-in, if you haven't seen Sydney Morris play, she is cut from a different cloth. Her dad is a former NFL receiver from our generation. But right away, Canyons is launching threes from the parking lot and getting offensive rebounds.
And I have a feeling we're going to see that on both sides of the ball tonight. There's not going to be too many passes, and there's going to be a lot of shots.
Right. Now, hopefully it's not a whole lot of fouls, because they only have, well, I thought they only had 7. So it looks like they have 8.
Mm-hmm.
In our Renegades women's roster, we're at 7. So definitely a situation where you want to have a clean contest without a lot of fouls, because anybody fouls out, that's putting a lot of stress on the rosters. And this young lady has my number on for a reason. Jasmine Martinez, she's a superstar. Telling you, that number 2-3 put in work.
But you saw that last play, how many passes? 1, 2, 3 passes, and the shots going up.
Yep. Canyon skipping it, and they firing from deep too. And there's the rebound queen. Oh, Sydney Morris couldn't get that one. So it'll be possession Canyons. But like you said, Julian, I think the best basketball is when you are dribbling the least. When the ball hits the floor the least, your offense is moving better.
Yeah, watch an NBA game. They don't bounce it around too long.
All right, there goes Sydney's first rebound. Sydney's averaging a double-double at 12 points and 12 rebounds. I want to say she had 16 boards last week when I was here. There's that motion offense again. Oh, nice defense by number 12, Amaya Robinson. And that's a deep 3. And that's 5 threes for College of the Canyons already.
That wasted no time. They came right down. They put up. So that's okay. That's fine. It should make it easier for the Renegades in terms of their defensive strategy. They know the Canyons is going to put the ball up soon once they're on their end of the floor.
Right. It's going to be important for the rest of the team to rebound, because when you are getting those long threes, it's not your big men that are getting those boards. It's usually the guards. Big women, I should say. Nice defense inside by Canyons, thwarting a couple of Renegade attempts. And another deep 3, and that's going to be no good by Martinez. Rebound controlled by Zavala. And Morris with the rebound.
Wow.
Nice runner. Rebound Canyons.
For those of you watching, do not blink because these women are slashing up and down this floor.
Right, and they're letting it fly, too. Like they have the ultimate green light.
Yeah, you can clearly see they've both been given the green light.
Right.
Shoot.
Well, when there's only 3 people on the bench, you're going to let it fly because if you got to come sit down, you ain't going to be sitting too long.
That's right.
Nice entry pass to Morris. Morris handles it at the nail. She hands it off to Martinez. Oh, and Martinez did slide the feet. That's a nice call by this official here. And now we get our first substitution, and that's going to be Mungie coming in for Sydney. Kyla Mungie coming in for Sydney Morris.
These athletes are well conditioned because I'm sure right now I'd be tired.
Oh, yeah. And that's the one thing I'll never take for granted. Basketball conditioning is a whole different level. You got to be ready to run once you get on the hardwood. Shot taken by Canyons is no good. They get the offensive board, go right back to it. Another swing, and that's going to be another 3 taken. And that's going to be rebound or out of bounds to the Renegades. All right, so the Renegades. Again, we said they're 1-7 in conference. We need every victory, and that's a nice pass in the corner, but that's going to be short on the attempt by Flores. Ball tipped and out of bounds to Canyons. 6:23 to play, and we only have that 3-point basket that was made by Martinez. So the Renegade defense doing a good job. But now we got another open 3. And eventually, you keep leaving people open. One of those are going to fall, so you got to try to close to the shooters best you can. And that's a nice move in bucket by Zavala. She's a freshman out of Santa Clarita Hart High School. Splash Mountain for Layla Flores. They letting the 3s fly tonight.
I guess they both teams have made up their mind. We're going to live and die by the 3 because that's all they're shooting. Here we go.
Right. Air balls and all. So that was off by Ricalde. Nice job attacking and a nice pass. Amazing pass by Marquez. So we got a timeout, Canyons. We'll take a timeout, too, with 5:25 to play. Renegades up 8-2. We'll be right back on GoGaze.com. All right, we are back. Renegades up 8-2, 5:25 to play in the first period. Canyons and the Renegades have taken a plethora of 3s so far. Only one knocking them down at the moment has been Miss Martinez. Oh, that should have been an offensive foul, and it is because she extended that arm extremely hard, and she's looking confused. I don't know why.
And I see the confusion, and I know why. I'm going to tell you why, because that was a little bit of a late call.
Yes, it was a little late. It was a little late. Definitely a great point. But that foul will go against Amaya Robinson. She's a sophomore out of Highlands Ranch, Colorado. Dribble handoff to Martinez. Oh, we got a foul, and you hear that voice in the background. That would be the superstar mom, Lauren Parker, Sydney's mom. Lauren was a fierce competitor, too. She ran the hurdles for our driller track team, and she was a champion. So I'm not surprised to hear that intensity coming from out of the stands. Remind me of high school hearing that screeching Parker voice. Nice reverse pass back out to Marquez. Nearly in, but rebound to Canyons.
Yeah, you know, the only drawback to that strategy is if you're not making your threes, it usually creates long rebounds.
Yes, the long rebounds.
And it's hard to get those long rebounds offensively.
Right. And it's also hard to match up defensively after those long rebounds. Oh, when you try that outlet pass, there's a situation where you would like for her to just slow it down because the outlet pass she was trying to throw was defended pretty well. Canyons. Not a lot of motion, are moving the ball very well, just trying to get those open threes, and that's no good again. So Hannah Tolentino has taken about 5 threes and come up empty on all of them, and that's an empty pull-up there for Flores. You know, so if you're the Lady Gays, you have this 6-point lead, but you've had 3 empty trips with this lead. You have to find a way to execute and capitalize on some of this momentum, because if these threes start falling for Canyons, you're going to find out why they're 15-6 or 12-10 and 5-3 in conference. That's a nice, powerful move, but she can't finish. Rebound to Morris. Nice move by Flores, gets inside, and that's an amazing hezzy. She hit her with the quick hezzy. You saw that ponytail bounce a little bit and went right back by her. Great move. And that'll be Morris. That'll be called for the block. And it looks like we'll have 2 free throws and some confusion on who's shooting.
and I notice these athletes don't have a problem having a conversation with the referee.
Right, yeah. They're very talkative with the officials. So it'll be Jade Sims heading to the line. She's a hometown girl from Santa Clarita and went to Canyon High School. And like we said, this is the battle of I-5.
Yes.
You know, we every other school we play, we have to pass by Canyons to get there pretty much, you know, unless we're heading over to play Ventura. But not a lot of love lost in between these teams. And if you're a Canyons team that's coming in at 12-10, 5-3 in conference, you're expecting to roll over a Renegade team at 6-14.
Right.
So you know there's some frustration there. Nice rebound by Miss Morris, and that's what she does best. Another opportunity and a nice bounce pass. Oh, but we can't get the finish inside. And Canyons heads the other way, and they're so quick to run to the three-point line that she's running away from the ball that was thrown to her for a layup.
Yeah, she clearly went to the, so we can see how they've been coached. This is
my goodness.
Wow. Yeah, hey.
That drives you crazy if you're a coach. Attack the basket. You got a layup, young lady. Oh, that was an offensive foul by Martinez. I saw that all the way. She looked like me on those blindside blocks back in the days.
Yeah, we all saw that one coming. Yeah, that was a good point and pretty amazing. She threw her the pass for the layup, and she was running to the 3.
Drifted to the 3 and left the ball.
There you go.
Another long 3. Rebound controlled by Canyons. They're going to keep letting them fly, so you got to close out to those shooters. And that's a good job by Sydney just putting her hands up. That's a very disciplined play by the team's leading scorer and rebounder. 3-pointer from the corner. Splash Mountain for number 223. We call it the 2-3 gang up here.
I don't know. I think these balls must have wings.
They letting them fly.
Oh, wow.
Wings gonna fly. All right, so Canyons is continuing to look for the three.
Yeah, we've already called it.
So with that being said, you have to stay attached to the shooters. You can't continue to allow them to have these open looks outside, and that's a nice play by the young Narvaez. Glory Bell Narvaez. Let me make sure I say her name right out of Arvin High School as she extends this lead to 15-3. How about that for the Renegades? So with 1:36 to play, we'll stay here. We'll try to get into some of the things that are happening on campus within our next couple of timeouts. But how about the men's basketball team and finding a way to finish today? That was phenomenal.
That was an incredible game. I definitely would love to see a replay on that. The way they executed with the adversity that it came upon them. Like I said, they lost their big guy in the middle that had all the touches, was making everything happen. And guys stepped up and finished that game and closed it out.
Absolutely. I would like to say happy National Girls and Women in Sports Day. Had no idea that today was their holiday. And here we are calling BC women's basketball, and they are kicking butt. Coach Rosebrook Check has these ladies playing very high-level defense. It looked like a foul inside, and it is. And that's a great job by the offense of College of the Canyons, finally working inside to get a quality shot instead of just passing the ball around and launching three-pointers.
And maybe that's part of the strategy. Let's launch the three-pointers, open up the middle, and now we can attack inside. So that wouldn't be a bad strategy at all.
Absolutely. Looks like it worked to perfection that go-round. So 15-6 for the Gays. Nice move and finger roll. That was an amazing move in finger roll. However, not able to get it to go down. And I don't have number 24 on the roster for the Renegades. Maybe I'm seeing that wrong. Oh, looked like it was nearly a travel there. The Canyons controls the rebound, and they get it up court. Looking to attack. Oh, point blank look. Rebound inside by Canyons, and they reset it back outside. And here's that three again, and they finally get one to fall for Hannah Tolentino. She's out of St. Genevieve High School in L.A., 5'4" sophomore. 30 seconds to play, 15-9 Renegades. Nice move, but that's going to be blocked. And now you got Canyons looking to take advantage and can't finish the layup. Blow two in a row, and great hustle by the Gays. That's why you don't give up when a team has a fast break. Nice pass and kick. Martinez with the crossover, penetrating dish. That's going to be long. Rebound Canyons. And that is the end of the first quarter as the Lady Gates up 15-9. We will take a break and be back with second quarter action live from the Gil Bishop Sports Arena. All right, we are back. Lady Gates up 15-9. And my man, Robert Chavez, I want to thank you because I do have Leslie Medina on the roster, but she wasn't where I thought she would be. Right now, it looks like our offense is splashing. Splash Mountain as Layla Flores hits the three. And this is what I'm talking about on Women in Sports Day. Deep three from Canyons. They've been letting them fly. However, they're not connecting. And another thing that we want to definitely shout out is fashion icon Coach Rosebrook Check has been killing them with the wardrobes all season.
Yes, she is definitely gonna get the award for best dress. Impressive, wonderful, beautiful. Thank you, Coach.
Absolutely, bringing class to the sideline.
Well, not only that, again, it's about being an example for her players,
right?
And how to be and how to carry yourself, and she's doing it. So, kudos to her.
Absolutely, and I've just got to be transparent. Coach with the best of them, so I'm pretty sure she put some of that influence into her former player, Miss Roseburg.
Yes, and she always wore great socks.
Yeah,
she would actually come up here and show
her socks off. Yep. I remember Coach bragging on her socks a few times. I got to get her some of my King Christ, the Los Angeles socks that came in for the album.
Yeah, get them. You got to give me some too.
Oh yeah. Nice trap by the Renegades, and that's all Flores and Martinez doing a fantastic job. So now we got Medina running the point. Young lady out of Auburn. Nice entry pass to Sydney Morris, and that's just that power. That's that power. You just got to flex on them sometimes when you that powerful. In Sydney Morris.
Yeah, I don't think she could be stopped all night if they figure out a way to get her to touches.
Right. Nice defense. Amazing pressure. Oh, yeah, and that's Sydney's a little bit out of position. Yeah. She was trying to draw that charge.
Right. She knows that she has to be stationed. She can't be moving. So.
All right, so we have substitutions coming in for the Renegades is Marquez. She'll come in for Morris, I believe. And it looks like Recalde, or no, Rulas. Alexis Rulas out of Arleta, California, came in for Canyons. Oh, nice idea. Couldn't finish it. Now the Renegades have numbers, looking to attack. And that's Medina with the nice, powerful move into the body. Very impressed by the Renegade women coming out with some amazing intensity. And I know what they're thinking. We got a deep three by Canyons, but as the Renegades get this rebound, and we got the foul by Amaya Robinson, they looked up here earlier and they said, Coach Cal is back. We got to win again.
That's right.
They showed out last week.
And that last score by the Renegades, that was a really good control move. I think that's what was impressive about that.
Absolutely. She was totally under control, took that Euro step into the body of the defender. That's a nice pass right there. And, oh, that looked good. Renegades battling on the boards. Come up empty on the putback attempt. You got to stay attached to 23. She's going to let it fly.
And that's a little frustration on Canyon's part. We'll see.
Told you got to stay attached to 23. Tolentino, you can tell she's a scorer. She's letting it fly without any care. She's not going to keep missing those, so you want to make sure you're closing the open shooters. Nice pass in offense by the Renegades. That there by Miss Kyla Manji, guard out of Foothill High School. Nice job closing out on the three and forcing her inside, and that's what happens. You force them off the three-point line, and now they're taking a shot that they don't want to take. Great defense by the Renegades. And now you got an open shooter of your own. Oh, you got to shoot the ball. So Renegades turn it over, and nobody's running the floor. So they get their own offensive board, and now we have a 25-14 contest, as it looks like the Gades are starting to play a little bit sloppy after some of the substitutions. Have to make sure you keep that same focus as you come in. Nice move.
That was a really nice move. It just didn't drop.
Amazing move by Marquez. Refs are letting them play for sure. Renegades heading back, and now we got a 2-on-2 break. Nice defense. That was a great call by the official, as that was not a foul. It was a jump ball, and it's going to be possession Canyons. Coming in for the Renegades, you have Sydney Morris dominating on the boards as well. She's also coming in with Glorabelle Narvez. Glorabelle does a lot for the Renegade women's basketball team with on-ball defense at the top of the key. That's where I've seen her put in the most work. And she's just feisty. She disrupts the offense of the opponent so well. Canyons looking to move the basketball. And that's going to be tipped and out by Sydney Morris as Glorabelle comes in. She'll relieve Kyla Manji. Glorabelle, another one of those Arvin Bears. I'm sure VP is very proud of his Arvin heritage as we get the air ball out of Canyons. Oh, another turnover. Sloppy ball handling by the Renegades. And that's sure to have Coach check. Very frustrating. As you're looking to capitalize on this 11-point lead, but you're letting Canyons back into the basketball game. 25-16 with 5:20 to play in the first half. If you missed our men's contest, you missed some amazing basketball. As the Gades were up about 10, allowed Canyons to come all the way back to force overtime, but the Gades took over in overtime, winning 12-8 through the overtime period to pull away. Three-pointer up, three-pointer good, and just like we said for Canyons, you don't want to continue to allow a team to have open shots because you can tell their shooters are going to keep shooting them. Bad spacing for the Renegades. Get the skip past the Glorabelle. Rebound to the Renegades. Out to Medina. Medina wide open. And that's rebound Maribel. Nice pump fake. Oh, put her in the popcorn machine. Nice move by Glorabelle.
I tell you what, Kenny, I have a feeling I'm going to get my wings today.
27-22. And more sloppy ball handling from the Renegades. They're basically giving the ball to the Canyons Cougars the last two trips. So now we have a 20-second timeout. We'll stay here. But like we said, partner, the lead is now down to 3 points based on the sloppy ball handling and two straight turnovers.
Well, you know, both of these teams are playing a very similar game right now. And if you look at the matchups, they seem to match up pretty well. It's just going to be a matter of who executes, who turns the ball over less, who's less sloppy. That's probably going to be the difference in this game. For those of you who have stayed with us, don't go anywhere and do not blink because I don't want you to miss it.
Right. I mean, we've had some amazing contests in recent weeks. You know, the one thing that's frustrating for us, I come from a cloth of teams that once we got you down 10, we looking to have you down 30, right? Too often we see teams get up 10, 12 points, and then they start relaxing and they start being sloppy, ball handling, lackadaisical passing, and now all of a sudden you have a three-point contest. Nice move. Can't finish, but look at the battle inside by Sydney Morris keeping that alive. So we have a substitution coming in for Canyons is Aaliyah Garcia, another hometown kid out of Santa Clarita Canyon High School. And she comes in for Vanessa Zavala. And again, before I can even get my eyes up off of the roster, Tolentino is screeching down to cut this to a one-point game. Shot is up from the corner, and it's no good. Canyons gets the board. It's one thing about Canyons. You can tell they weren't concerned about how much they were down because they have shooters. And as I said that, they now have the lead, 29-17 with 3:06 to play.
And we see how they have the record that they have. This
Absolutely.
is how they did it.
Nice defense by Tolentino. And that's the one thing about a team full of shooters. You have to continue to play and close out on shooters. We let them get a whole lot of open shots up early, and really what you're doing, you're letting them warm up.
Exactly.
Nice shot by Marquez. Big-time bucket to tie it up with 2:32 to play. And again, just like I said, they're not even hesitating when they get down. They're pulling. And that's another three that's going to be wide open. Have to make sure you're staying attached to shooters. Oh! It's another turnover by the Renegades, and we talked about unfortunate passing, and now you got people standing around while baskets are being missed. So now we'll have a full timeout by the Renegades, and you can't fault the effort of Canyons as they're putting in work. We'll take a full timeout as well and be back on GoGaze.com. We are back at the Gil Bishop Sports Arena. I'm Kenny Calvin. I'm with one of my favorite mentors I ever had, and my big brother, Dr. Julian Wilson. We do so much work for the Central California sports community as well as the film community. But right now it's about BC Renegades basketball and the women trying to fight back after giving up what was once a 10-point lead. Nice movement in offense and pass by Sydney Morris. That is all attributed to Coach Rosebrook Check in that amazing play she drew up at the half or at the timeout.
And I watched her draw it up.
Man, that was nice. Renegades trying to do a better job staying attached to the shooters. You see them all out above the three-point line, and that's going to open up something in the middle, but nice defense by Sydney. Nice pass, but again, over the head of the Renegade. As they're trying to outlet that pass, you got to remember she's only about 5'5". That would have been a good pass to LeBron.
That's bad.
Nice rebound by Sydney. Renegades tied it up, looking to see if they can go up before the half. And that's a tough pass by Medina. Got lucky and got bailed out.
And got bailed out again.
That was double dribble by Medina. Or no, by Narvaez. And that's going to be a turnover. Unfortunate, unforced turnover.
Well, you know those unforced turnovers and those mental errors take place when you're playing at the speed that they're playing.
Absolutely. Great assessment. Great on-ball pressure from Glorabelle. I talked about how efficient she is defensively. And that's a nice move inside by Tolentino. She's showing you she has outside game and inside game. She don't have on that 2-3 for nothing either.
That was a la Kareem Abdul on that one, though.
Oh, yes.
Sky hook.
Tough entry pass by Flores. You don't want to force that, but what they're trying to do is get Sydney the ball inside because she's working so hard. Have to move the ball around and try up from a different angle. Nice inbound pass, and that should have been a foul. And one! And one! Flex on him one time if your name's Sydney Morris.
Flex.
Amazing power through the contact. You know, I talked about Sydney Morris' pedigree. Her uncle, Larry Parker, was my high school co-captain and ended up being a USC starter as a freshman on the other side of Keyshawn Johnson, and then went on to return punts in the NFL. Talk about pedigree.
And you talking about doing things that not easy to do.
Oh, yeah.
At all.
Nearly impossible. So now it looks like we have a Renegade hurt in Martinez, and that's somebody you don't want to see going to the sideline, as she's one of our leading scorers as well and has been so effective from the three-point stripe. So with 8 seconds left to play, 33-33. Nice move. Unable to get the finish. And that will be the end of the half. Last heave for Canyons, and we will go to the half tied up at 33. College of the Canyons Cougars fought back after being down 15 points. So we will take a break and be back with second half action live from the Gil Bishop Sports Arena. All right, we are back live at the Gil Bishop Sports Arena. Great first half as the College of the Canyons Cougars came storming back to tie it up after the Renegades looked like they were going to run away with this thing. They were up 15-3 at one point. But like we said, when you're playing a team that's 12-10, I should say, and 5-3 in conference, they got there somehow, and we can tell how by this deep shooting of Tolentino. Canyons in the matchup zone, and that's how you beat a zone. You got to attack it, but Marquez not able to finish. Renegades playing a little deep zone and playing a three-point shooting team like Canyons. You definitely want to close out on all of these shooters when you're in that zone. Entry pass to Morris. A little flop sauce in there by Jade Sims.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the strategy is going to change much on either end. So it doesn't matter who probably has the ball last.
Right. And, and as you say that, Sims letting it fly. And now the Renegades have numbers. Fast break offense for the Renegades hasn't been as crisp as you would like to see it. However, that defense leading to offensive opportunities like you always talked about, Doc. Oh, and that looked like a lot of contact in there. Yeah. Sydney Morris with the rebound, and she'll be heading to the line, daughter of Lauren Parker.
Well, I tell you what, Mr. Calvin, the opportunity now, at least for me, is I got one wing from that first half. And all I need is one more wing.
You need one more wing.
So they got to shoot the ball. Get my other wing.
Oh, first free throw up and no good. You can see step pop, Stephon Leon over there for Sid. Trying to root her on to knock some of those down. Real name Stephon Leon. We call him Teeny. It's one of my favorite people in the world, man. All right, so Medina now playing defense out at the top. Tolentino swings it to the baseline to Sims. Sims back out to the top to recall that. Great ball pressure defense by the Renegades, closing out on these shooters. That looked like a travel right there, and they didn't call it. But nice break on the ball by Flores. And you can see the mentality already. You can tell Coach Check has told them, we let them get away with too many open threes and let them get in the rhythm. We have to close the distance.
You got to close it out.
And that was deep and no good. So great job defensively by the Renegades. Entry pass into Morris. Morris kicks it out. That's a nice pass, and that's beautiful offense. Splash. Tolentino's a shooter. She comes up empty there. Oh, nearly a turnover. Now you got Martinez looking to push it. Morris with the shot. Morris with the bucket. Loving the energy level that they come out of the half. And now they're on an 8-0 run. I'm pretty sure my partner RC is loving that because he's been sending me the numbers of the runs, and we have been on the opposite side of the run. So I appreciate you, RC. Sims open again. That looks good. That looked good leaving her hand. These girls can shoot. Got to close out to shooters. Nice entry pass to Morris. Nice power move by Morris. Oh, in and out. Gotta love it.
Just a little hard, but it's right there.
So Renegades again in the matchup zone, trying to stay attached to the shooters. That opens up the inside. Nice shot by number 3, Mariah Pyan, freshman out of Santa Clarita, Golden Valley High School. Oh, looks like Sydney took a blow to the face. Medina fighting through it. It gets the loose ball. Loving the energy level by the Renegades. They're up 43-38. Morris closing out to the shooter. Got to keep getting out to the shooter because she's going to shoot it. Nice ball movement by Canyons. And that's going to be out off of Pyan to the Renegades. Nice entry pass to Morris. Oh, Sydney looking to go to work. That was nice defense down low by Zavala.
Well, they definitely have that the rest of the night, so keep throwing her the ball.
Oh, and they teed up Sims, so that's our first technical by Jade Sims. You can tell she's an intense player.
Yes.
However, you're a little too intense.
Well, she is really, really frustrated. She's had so many close shots that have gone around the rim, you know, all these close little calls.
Yeah, and you can't fault the effort and intensity by her as she's speaking to her male basketball counterparts over there in the stands. But that's a great job by the officials keeping things in order. And it's one person I haven't shout out as we get that free throw in and out is my main man, Coach Emery Ozuro, man. He's one of my favorite people. Ultimate supporter, one of the hardest working people I know. Saw him over the weekend while I was doing some shopping and running errands, and I'm always impressed by people who know my wife's name. It's like saying hi to my wife before he says hi to me. I'm like, man, that's what kind of man he is. Shout out to Coach Emery Ozuro, one of our international basketball geniuses. Deep threes, rebounded by Sims. Now Canyons has the break, and they come up empty. Martinez with the rebound. She gets it up to Medina. Medina looking to push. Kicks it left. Oh, and that's going to be a huge foul. Nice head fake.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that looks like we changed sports for a second.
Oh, yeah, that was a lot of contact right there. But it's amazing to see what a nice, subtle head fake can do. Like, sometimes you don't have to go all extravagant with the movement. It's just the subtle things. She looked up, and that caused the defender to leave her feet.
Leave her feet, exactly.
You know, it's the little things. Know who was a genius at that? The late, great Kobe Bean Bryant. Yeah. And he will get his statue unveiled tomorrow.
Yes. Man,
that's going to be an amazing night in L.A. I might have to drive down if the weather ain't all messed up.
You have so many sports stories throughout history that are tragic and tough to get over, and that is one of them.
I'm going to allude to that in our next dead ball, how tough it was for me. But right now we got our Renegades looking to try to capitalize, and that's going to be out of bounds. Oh, and it looked like it went off a Renegade, but they're going to give it back to the Gades. And that isn't making Coach Wismath very happy in his second season. And horrible pass by Manji, just throwing it to an area where player isn't even paying attention, and Sims is mad because she didn't even look to pass that at all. She's jacking.
She didn't look at the rim to shoot it.
Exactly. Manji trying to get the money back. Comes up empty. Renegades are back, and Canyons will set up. No one's leaving. Oh, and that looked like an out-of-control Sims. They're going to call that a blocking foul. And that's going to be 2 shots for the young Sims. And you can tell Sims is very intent on showing this official she was right.
It may be an and one. Let's look. Let's see.
Did that go in?
Yes, that went in.
Wow. Amazing job by Sims.
Again, she has great control.
Yeah, she's a baller. I mean, usually you have to be a baller to get a technical. you better not be somebody that's not a baller talking to the officials how she was just talking to them about 10 minutes ago. I didn't get too many basketball technicals. I'll just be honest about that. Sydney with the nice move, and that's what I'm talking about, Morris. That was a big-time move over 3 defenders. Nice job attacking, but guess who's on the boards? It's Miss Morris, and now the Renegades are running, looking to try to take advantage. Nice ball movement. Deep 3 from the Arvin Bear. Oh, and nearly corralled on the loose ball. And that's going to be out of bounds off of Kyla Manji, the freshman guard out of Foothill High School, my mama's old stomping grounds, and Jay Peasy.
Yeah, we really have to commend Sydney's game tonight. It really looks like she's getting the ball down low, and she knows where she is on the floor.
I love that, Doc. She knows where she is on the floor. Everything is controlled. Nothing's out of control. Sims is jacking. And I heard it used to be a song called Jacking for Beats by Ice Cube. She jacking for 3s right now. She is letting it fly.
She know I got one more wing to get. She going to get it from me.
Her form looks beautiful, though, so
yes,
it's one of the reasons why she's able to keep shooting that. Nice pass. Amazing pass by Martinez to Narvaez, and that's some phenomenal offense. 3:35 remaining to play. Kenny Calvin and Julian Wilson on GoGaze.com. I'm stepping in for my partner, Renegade Rob Chavez. He was a little under the weather tonight. I wanted him to get all of his basketball experience in he could during the spring so we can be phenomenal when the fall comes. But like we said, another block by Sydney.
And Sims didn't like that.
Splash Mountain by Martinez.
And the ball flies.
And there's your other wing.
No, not yet. We got a few minutes.
Okay, we got a few more wing minutes. Oh, high pass. Now you got a trap. Oh, nice job by Sydney Morris. Oh, and you call a foul on that. That looked like it was clean. I don't know about that one because the ball was loose, and she's on the top side of the ball heading the other direction. But the official was on the other side, so maybe it was some contact I didn't see. 50-41, 2:50 to play in the third quarter. Renegade defense has been stepping it up majorly. Oh, looking to pass it, and that's going to be out of bounds. The defensive intensity has been phenomenal, and now we got Marquez coming in, going to spell Mrs. Flores. So I'm loving the crowd participation tonight. The women's crowd has been phenomenal this season from a support standpoint.
Yes, it has, and they are refusing to disappoint. And again, that's a tribute to their new head coach that is really giving these girls the opportunity to perform.
Absolutely. National Women in Sports Day. They get it into Sydney again, and Sydney is going to work. Sydney Morris is showing out, ladies and gentlemen, showing why she's the team leading scorer and leading rebounder. And if you're a Renegade defense, Sims is making it very easy to defend Canyons because she's playing very selfish right now, and that's why their offense is out of sorts. And another rebound by Sydney Morris. Martinez looking to attack. Gets it over to Narvaez. Nice ball movement by the Renegades. Nice head fake and move. Getting it to Sydney again, and splash! Sydney Morris is on fire. Wow.
And Sims keeps talking to the
Wow, so we got another timeout, and Sims is extremely frustrated. We'll take a timeout here as well with 1:26 to play, and we'll come back and talk about it. All right, we are back. And welcome back to the Sydney Morris Show. She's probably hit 5 out of her last 6 buckets, all in the second half. She had a few buckets in the first half, but the way that she's performing right now in this third quarter is showing why she's the team captain and leader of this Renegade women's basketball team. We'll try to get you some live stats again, and that's the reason why Sims can fire it up like that, because she actually is a shooter. That was a nice shot, and it brings them back to within 10 as you got 2 Renegades in the same area, and neither one of them want the ball. Subtle plays like that are how a game can go right back to a 1-point game. One lapse in focus.
Yes, instant momentum changes. That's
instant.
Right. Instant.
And I'm big on one thing. Like I always point at one thing that can change the game. Tolentino with the air ball. I thought it was all net at first. And now we got Martinez coming back down. Renegades continuing to look to get Sydney the ball. And look how they're playing Sydney now. They're adding extra defenders. And now another sloppy turnover by the Renegades. Sloppy play by the Renegades, and another shot by Sims, in and out. Wide open three-point shooters, and again, like I said, sloppy play leading to opportunities. Now it's a 7-point game. 18 seconds to play in the third quarter. 54-47. Renegades. Oh, nice entry pass. Sydney is killing right now. But amazing entry pass by Marquez to get that over 2 defenders. Ball is up, and it is no good. Renegades will end the third quarter up 56-47. We'll stay here through the break just to talk about how impressive Sydney Morris has been. And it's funny because you had just talked about how well she's playing and how under control she was playing. Right as you said that, she had 5 out of the next 6 baskets.
Yes, again, and I will say it again, you know, and it's important for all players. When you're in that key, it's important to know where you are. It's important to know where your feet are. And you can see the confidence in Sydney as she's playing. She is receiving the ball. She is making one turn. Her eyes are square at the basket. She knows where she is, and she's putting up a nice soft shot.
This is one of the best performances I've seen out of individual player up here in the Gil Bishop Sports Arena in a long time.
In a while, yes, and like I said, and I think BC, the women's program, has been poised for this moment, and now it's happening. And again, just the entire program and its history. Here we are.
Here we are. We are live on GoGaze.com, so for all of you guys that are tuned in, we definitely appreciate you. I'll be totally transparent with you guys. This was my dream job as a kid. I used to watch people like Kenny Cosell and Chick Hearn and wanted to just talk while the game is on. And now we get to live the dream next to Dr. Julian Wilson.
Well, thank you for letting me come.
Ooh, that was nearly a travel. Nice attack by Marquez. She comes up empty, but Renegades are back. And this is going to be important. It's a 9-point lead, but you have a team that can knock down the three. You want to make sure you're closing out to these shooters. Nice hustle by Tolentino, the sophomore out of St. Genevieve's High School in Los Angeles. She's been a spark plug as well. She hasn't hit a lot of shots in the second half, but her energy level is one of the things that has given them an opportunity to not be blown out tonight as the Renegades were pouring it on earlier. Sims is looking to make plays, and that's a great job by her attacking, and she finally gets that call she's been wanting all night.
And I tell you what, she is not afraid of the contact. You see how she went in on that play. She is not afraid of the contact.
Oh, yeah, she is fearless. I'll tell you what, I'd pick her up on my team if I was about to run a 5 out here. Hey, number 10. Come on over here.
That's what you look for. That is what we look for in players for sure.
Absolutely, especially when you can make your free throws. So 56-48, it's an 8-point game, 9:16 to play. Canyons is not going to give up. They're one of our biggest rivals, and as you see, they have skilled athletic talent and shooters that are going to continue to be fearless. So right now it's important for the Renegades to find a way to execute. That's a nice pass right there. Oh, when we blow the point-blank layup after the amazing pass by Martinez. Medina comes up empty on the layup, and that's driving Coach Check crazy. That will be a long 2. And here we go. And now we got drama. It's only a 5-point game with 8:42 to play. A lot of time. And for the Renegades, Sydney finally comes up empty. That's the shot she wants. But you have to step it up on the defensive end and stay attached to these shooters. Nice hands and hustle by Flores, continuing to keep active hands. We have a small conversation happening. And it's going to be Canyon's ball. No one wants to take it out. Somebody has to. Sims working to get open.
Wow, I tell you what, she is a battler.
And now she's trying to go in on the post.
4 people.
On 4 people, and that's going to be. So they said it was off the body of a Renegade, which is somewhat confusing, as it looked like Sydney got the shot up, and it just went off the glass. And so that should have probably been the other way. Nonetheless, the officials have better eyes than me. I already said I need glasses. 56-51. 8:12 on the clock. Whoa, nearly a turnover. And another forced 3. Ball inside to Morris. Morris up strong, unable to collect it. Now you got Renegades on the ground, and now you got a shooter with a wide open splash. Splash, splash, splash.
Okay. This is not swimming. It's basketball.
Hey, she keep wetting that net up. It's going to be raining in here. And now nobody's stopping ball, so you want to go ahead and pull that up, Flores. That's exactly what we teach you to do. First rule of defense, stop the ball. If they don't do that, splash them. Sims comes down and says, watch this. Tries to splash on her own, but that's a horrible shot, especially when you're down 10. And now you got Martinez attacking. That should have been and one, but she's going to make it count anyway. 2-3 game. And now we got a timeout as the lead bubbles back to 12 when it was just at 5. So great job by Coach Check getting the ladies focused and keeping them intense.
I mean, man, this has been amazing to watch. And both of these coaches are working hard for the Cougars and for the Renegades.
Absolutely. You know, because, I mean, every time we thought the game was going to be put away, the Canyons Cougars fought their way back.
That's right.
But that last deep three by Sims is what you don't want when you're trailing 10 because that was a desperate shot. It's still 7 minutes to play. You want to continue to move the ball around and stay within the context of your offense, even if you're the man or woman that we should say.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time left in this game, and so neither team can afford to relax. They're going to have to continue to push, continue to shoot. And I need 6 more feathers, and I got my wings.
They on the way. They on the way. It looked like Miss Martinez trying to get you that nice set of wings. How she's shooting the basketball. I'm so impressed with her. She played well last week, but just her mentality and her ability to make those big shots for the team when it's struggling has been huge. Yes. Because right now I'm looking at Sydney Morris, and it looks like she's having some knee pain where she's wearing that brace.
Right. Well, she's taking a lot of contact down there. That's one of the things we definitely need to make note of. When you're shooting and playing like she's playing, you're taking a lot of incidental contact that you're not seeing.
Absolutely. So she will get her break. They'll move Martinez down into the paint. And that's what happens when you take Sydney Morris out of the paint. People are going right to where she left. What's going to be crucial for the Gades now is finding ways to control the ball, and we lose it. And now Sims, in such a hurry, gives it right back. But we have to stay within the context of the offense. Same thing I just said about Canyons. Just because Sydney went out don't mean that we start being reckless in playing individual basketball. You have to continue to run the offense, and that's what Coach is doing as she gets it back to Martinez. Nice move by Medina. Can't finish it, but great hustle by Marquez. And that's going to be a foul on Marquez, which stops the clock. And with 6:15 to play, the Renegades will hold on to a 10-point lead, and Marquez will go to the bench as Narvaez comes in. So on the floor, we have Medina, Narvaez, Mungie, Martinez, and Flores for the Gades. That's a nice, powerful move. That's a big-time move by Amaya Robinson. She put her head down and just said, nobody's going to stop me. I'm going to the paint. Coach is asking why that wasn't an offensive foul because it looked like she was just continuing to put that elbow out there. But really, I think that was just physicality over a bigger player against a smaller player.
You know, that too, coupled with the fact that all these players have been doing it all night in both games, and so it's been more of a no call.
Absolutely, great point, Doc. Oh, tough entry pass off of the hands of Sydney and then through the hands of a Canyon Cougar. The Cougars have on the floor Rallis, Sims, Tolentino, Robinson, and Zavala. And now you want to stop ball. Interesting call.
Yeah.
Because there was not a lot of contact over the back by her going after the basketball. But I'm extremely glad it wasn't a late foul whistle because I thought that's what it was at first. It was such a late whistle. But we're going to give the nice young Zebra a break. And look at Coach M. I told you he's the man. This dude is one of the most world-renowned international basketball minds, and he's out here wiping the floor with the towel.
Yeah.
Coach M. And he rocking the shag today. Nice. Nice, Sydney. Oh, she had the position she wanted. Unable to get the finish. Second attempt by Narvaez is no good. You know they want 3, so you want to close to your shooters. Find your shooters. Morris with the rebound. Gets it out to Martinez. 5:08 on the clock. Renegades up 8. That's a tough pass. And that's going to be a shot by Flores. Wow. And bottoms. The ladies are shooting phenomenally from deep tonight. I would love to see those numbers. Oh, and that should be a charge, and it is. Amazing job by the team leader, Sydney Morris, doing it all. She's doing it above the rim. She's doing it below the rim. And her mama is the hypest one in here.
She sure is, because she's over there standing up in
I see you, Lauren. I see you, Lauren.
We may need to keep her from getting on the floor.
Well, I'm telling you, her mom was a phenomenal all-star, all-American athlete herself. Horrible entry pass by Martinez. When you have a lead like this, one of the things you have to be conscious of is you don't have to force anything. That's the most important thing I want people to understand when you do have a lead. Yeah, you want to continue to have intensity, but you don't want to force things that are unnecessary. And Sims with the deep 3, you got to get out or close out on the shooter. Medina, she splashed you. Another nice entry pass. Oh, too hot to handle. I spoke a little too soon, and we have an 8-point game with 4:08 to play. Got to make sure that we're executing down the stretch.
You know, I love when a player misses a great pass and they look at their hands.
Yes.
I'm like, what are you looking at?
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
And here they come. We talked about the importance of continuing to execute, and now we have a 6-point contest. Renegades with the fortunate rebound. Martinez looking to take advantage and can't make the shot. So now it's really stress time as Canyons comes back down. Looking, and they have an open 3, and it looks very promising. However, no good. Morris with the shot. She is balling. And got Coach Check scratching her throat as she's wondering how she made that pull-up from about 20 feet.
I did see it on the coach's face. She was kind of like,
In another high outlet pass. Puts us back up at 8. 3:04 to play. Lady Gaze looking to try to finish. And that's one of the things that we talked about making sure to do is finding a way to finish.
Finding a way to finish. But I will tell you, even moreover, these two teams did not disappoint this season. This has been an incredible, fast-paced game. Kudos to both teams.
Absolutely. I'm just so excited. Like, I don't get to come as much as I want during the spring. So I'm always excited to support our sports program that love to have me.
Yes.
You know, because I don't get to give them the support that I give my football guys, but I have close relationships with all of our coaches based on all of us working together. So it just feels great to be here to watch them perform at a high level, and I want to see them finish.
That's right. We all want to see them finish, and it's going to be a great finish, so please stick around. If you're watching this, stick around. It's going to be a great finish here.
Nice move and rebound, Morris. Look at the strength of Sydney Morris battling inside. And now the Renegades trying to finish, and they do. Amazing fast break. That's one of the first fast breaks in a while. And look at the hustle by Morris, causing the confusion and interference to make it Renegade ball.
She is on both sides of the floor tonight. This is amazing.
This is amazing. 2:36 remaining to play. Martinez at the point, gets it over to Narvaez. Narvaez makes a move, and she has a lane. She kicks it over to Maji. Maji takes a shot, and it's going to be long. Tolentino looking to attack. Oh, and that's a nice call, as she did establish the contact, and she'll be heading to the line for 2. So with 2:19 to play, Renegades are up 10, and this is a huge win for the Renegade women if they can close it out. Because like we said, College of the Canyons is 12-10, 5-3 in league. Our Renegades have only won 1 league contest.
And I guarantee you, a lot of it has to do with what we're seeing tonight is the coach's strategy change, and it is working.
And that's how you know you got a great coach. Sometimes you have to shake things up. We saw it from Coach Chavez. Right now we're seeing Sydney go to work. I'm going ahead and claim her. That's my niece. She is. Okay. Her mama, my sister.
Okay.
I'm claiming that's my niece from now on. I told you her uncle's my brother.
I'll let you do it. It's fine.
I'm claiming.
I said fine.
Sydney Moore is playing out of her mind. I can't wait to see these rebound numbers as well as the points. But right now, up 12 with 1:59 to play. She just inherited another uncle.
And shout out to Rob Chavez. Hey, sorry you're not well, man. Can't wait to see you next game.
RC just probably wanted some couch time, man. That dude busy, man. Dealing with those students all day. I can dig it, brother. I need a break too, man. 72-61, 1:55 to play. Renegades trying to find a way to finish the game. Up 11, no need to rush. And that's exactly what's happening right now. You come out and you run a little flex motion. Oh, nice crossover by Medina with the dime. Dimes! Amazing dime by Medina to Martinez. And Sims is continuing to attack, but she's frustrated as she's not getting the calls she's wanting. How about the pass from Medina, breaking down the defense and throwing the dime to get the finish. This is amazing basketball.
That was textbook. Draw the defense to you, dish it off.
Sims has an amazing form. Jade Sims, 5'5" freshman out of Santa Clarita. This kid is a scorer. You put 5 people around her, you got you a nice squad. Nice pass again from Medina. Medina putting on a show, chopping them up. Medina is putting on a show. Sims again from deep, and that's a little too deep. Now with 1 minute to play, looks like the Renegades are going to come away with this one as they get it across. Oh, we might have spoke too soon because the 3 right here makes it interesting, and Tolentino in and out. Oh, and they can't come up with anything, and that will do it as we near 40 seconds, and Jade Sims commits the foul. You can see that frustration, but for her, if I have a chance, I'm definitely going to let her know she has nothing to be ashamed of. She's a baller.
And you're reading my mind. It's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, that young lady has given it all tonight for Canyons.
Absolutely. You know, so as we near the 38-second mark, you know, tonight has just been an amazing display of basketball by Sydney Morris. I can't wait to get home and look at those numbers. I might even go down to Steve and ask him. But seeing how phenomenal she played, as well as the other ladies contributing overall, this is a testament to how well Coach Check has done with her squad and her roster. She only has 8 bodies.
Right, and you think about it, 8 people. and you're pulling out a win against a team that is doing as well as the Canyons doing this year.
Right. Canyons may be 1 or 2 in the conference right now, if I'm not mistaken. So to get this kind of win, it shows you what you're capable of if you get this kind of output night in and night out.
That's right. Coach is smiling.
You know you're doing well when the coach is smiling. And speaking of coaches, while we have a few seconds, I definitely want to take the time to say condolences to Coach Chudy. He was my position coach, and I also coached under him. We lost his dad, Dear Man, who was one of our running back coaches and did a lot of amazing work with some of our young players when I was a coach here. You know, Coach Chudy and the rest of the fam, we're here for you. You know, we appreciate you guys, and just know everything we do, we're thinking about you. Also, Coach Collis, who passed on recently. And Sims with the long 3, and this is an amazing game by the BC Renegade women coming out on top 80-64. Phenomenal game. Amazing testament of overall contribution from the roster top to bottom. I want to definitely give a shout out to my producer director, Dr. Julian Wilson. I call him the doctor because if you only knew how many things this man's hands has surgically touched to make great. You know, that's why I call him the doctor. You know, but having these experiences, it just continues to ignite the fire and our passion for life and support. That's what we're doing here. We're supporting the Renegade athletes in an amazing contest by Coach Rosebrook Hunt-Check and her BC women's basketball team.
And I tell you what, it well deserved. I don't know the last time we've watched the BC women put up 80 points.
Wow.
Just don't put up 80 points.
Right.
You got to work to get those, and the BC Renegades put in the work tonight to run this score. And so, wow, folks, we have another game coming up. Check the dates, check the website. You don't want to miss it. You just don't. The Renegades are here.
Yep, well, so with that being said, I am Kenny Calvin, Dr. Julian Wilson. We want to definitely thank our interns. We also want to thank our staff in the athletics office. You know, Big Steve Lynch, our statistician, Analicia, Keith, Todd, Reggie Bolton, our athletic director, Coach Ballard, and everybody that makes things special happen in the office downstairs. We appreciate you guys. Tonight, Renegade men and women get the W's. I am Kenny Calvin, and this has been us live on GoGaze.com. We'll see you next time.